Hello and welcome to Braintree High School here for Cranberry League playoff action. Mike Walsh bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV as it'll be the White Sox and the Rockland Cardinals here. And the first pitch from Keith is in there for strike one here to Parsons, their DH. So the Cardinals, who are a team that really were not thought of as really being factored in here in the playoffs as one of the top teams. They weren't even a top four team heading into playoff action, but it was really timely hitting and good pitching, obviously at the right time to get to this point. Pitch on the way is inside. So Parsons leading things off against Braintree starter Keith. Braintree in their home blue uniforms. They look for the first out here of the inning as this one spoiled out of play. So Braintree getting to this point with a couple of victories. And they both came on Sunday as Braintree was able to beat Bourne 4-2. Followed by another win later as this one is hammered out to deep left field, up and over the head of Allen, as now Parsons digs for two, and he will have a leadoff double here to begin the game. So Braintree with the 4-2 win over Bourne, the 1 seed beating the 4, and then Braintree beat Situate 7-6 in a close affair. Now facing Rockland. And Braintree is the only team left in the tournament without a loss in this double elimination format. So a win here today would put Braintree in the 5th round, the last and final round. They just have to win one more in order to win it all. The team would have to beat Braintree twice if they win here today, as the pitch is low. Situate and Bourne will be playing at the same time as this game, as Braintree and Rockland. And the pitch missed. So Papas, the second baseman, getting a chance here as they take a strike. So the Cardinals looking to strike first here in the inning. Braintree has done a nice job pitching all season. Of course, their offense has been good, but it's usually the pitching that has been the key cog. So we'll see if Braintree can really buckle in here. Keith, when he's on, gets a lot of ground balls. Sinker ball pitcher. And the pitch, and that one's spoiled off. So it'll be Allen in left field with Levine in center and Nicholson in right field with Turgeon at third, Brennan at shortstop. Looks like Fair over there at second and Foley at first, with Smith doing the catching for Keith. Ready with it, and that once again knocked to the screen. So the long at bat will continue. The White Sox look for the first out here of the inning, and that's cut on and missed, and a good pitch down and away. So good bite on that pitch, and Braintree needed an out. So Cardinals got the leadoff man on with the double. So bring up the shortstop, Horning. As the pitch is in there for a strike. And the pitch cut on and missed. Ready with it. And the pitch is in there. Strike three and back-to-back Ks. That one looking. So after a leadoff double, back-to-back strikeouts as the base runner still standing at second base. So a little different format than has been accustomed here in the Cranberry League playoffs, which I don't know if I like or dislike, but they've done best 2 out of 3 most of the years. This is a little bit different, gives a lot of the teams that make it a little different look where you face different teams. Matchups obviously factoring in a little bit. But Braintree with consecutive victories on Sunday to get to this point. They had a lot of trouble just getting in some games that really put them to this point, having to play a couple of doubleheaders late in the season because of the number of rainouts, especially here at home. Really just terrible luck trying to get games in. Actually, Braintree had to have a couple of games really be called late as the play on the move, and what a nice play by Brennan as he straddles the bag going across the second base side and still able to make an accurate throw and get Levine on the way as Braintree gets out of the inning with no further damage. So a leadoff double and the runner is stranded at second as Braintree with a nice defensive play to end the inning. Bottom half of the first as the first pitch is in for a strike to Levine. As Johnson will begin the game for the Cardinals. Levine, Nicholson, and Brennan 1, 2, and 3 in the Braintree order here in the first inning. And the pitch again in for another strike. So Braintree actually had to beat Acushnet in the play-in game that Acushnet had to beat Braintree in order to make it into the tournament, as Braintree was able to beat him. So some action up and throwing, so it looks like Rockland will run more with a couple separate pitcher approach. Doesn't look like they'll have the same guy in there, or at least that's the initial sign with somebody up and throwing.
It's a replica. BC Hines.
So a quick meeting at the mound from the catcher. So Levine ready, as Johnson on the way, and the pitch is down. The Rockland defense across the outfield. It'll be Maslowski in left field with Fabrowski in center and Haggerty in right field. And across the diamond, Levine at third with Horning at shortstop. Pappas at second and Panarello at first base with Sorgi doing the catching. The check down on if he had swung to no avail. So the right-hander is ready. And the pitch missed just outside, and it is a leadoff walk here in the bottom half of the inning to get things started for the White Sox. So we'll see if Levine will try and get in motion here. He's got a lot of speed. As the pitch is outside to Nicholson. And the check on over at first, not in time. Runner not going, and again the pitch is off the plate, and Johnson right now thinking that he may be getting squeezed a little bit. So it is a leadoff walk that has gotten Braintree started, and Rockland actually had a leadoff double to begin their inning, but we're not able to capitalize as they left the man at second, and that pitch well upstairs. So he's having trouble finding the strike zone now. So good hitter's count. And that one missed badly as he's walked now consecutive hitters. So Johnson's going to have to very quickly get this under control here, when the White Sox could jump out quickly. And they have an offense that can score in bunches. Pitch, and that one is upstairs. So Brennan with 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. And the pitch is a strike down at the knees. Obviously the infield hoping for a ground ball that they could turn into a double play, but anytime you walk a couple guys, especially to start an inning, you're asking for some trouble. See if the White Sox can capitalize here with 2 on. And the pitch is off the plate. Pitch is again a little low, and Johnson continues to be frustrated with the zone that he's been handed. Rockland could be in some big trouble here if they cannot get this pitching under control. It's really going to put them in a tough spot if they load the bases up. And this one driven out to right field, hit pretty hard, but the right fielder has no idea where the ball is, and the ball hits the fence as 1 run will come around to score. And now the play will not be made at the plate as Braintree scores the game's first run on a interesting play as the right fielder lost the ball in the lights, and that's a helpless feeling out there. So it ends up turning into a RBI double for Brennan, although the way it should have gone down is an error. Obviously that was mishandled, but the ball was never played off of the glove in any fashion, so can't be gone down in the scorebook as an error. But Braintree, of course, had to wait and see if that ball was going to be caught, which you would assume it would have been, so that's the reason that only 1 run scored as the pitch is down to fair. We'll get a chance here with 2 men aboard at second and third, and the action really starting to ramp up in the bullpen there for Rockland. Here in a 1-0 Braintree lead. The White Sox looking for a big inning here in the first. Big swing and a miss. So the first 3 have reached, 2 walks and a gift double. As that one's cut on a miss, and another pitch able to get it by him. Fair has hit the ball extremely well. And Braintree in a very nice spot here in this first inning to really do some damage. Pitch is down. Nice stop by the catcher. As Sorgi able to move to his right. So that first out has been very difficult to get here for the Cardinals in this first inning, as Braintree has started with the first 3 on. They've scored a run so far, and still with 2 in scoring position. As the right-hander is ready, and he missed down low. Fair looking in, seeing what the pitcher may deliver here. Trying to lock in at the dish as the pitch is on the way, and he does indeed get it by him. So that is a very big out, and it's the first out of the inning. Rockland really needed that. So just the first out, as it'll bring up Foley playing first base. So Foley taking the first pitch low. The pitch is on the way and outside. Pitch in for a strike. Johnson winds and fires, and a good off-speed pitch, able to fool the hitter. We're going to settle into the first inning. After the first 3 reached, a big strikeout. And now this one knocked off the catcher. And the pitch, and this one driven to third base, and just a foul ball that would have scored a couple of runs. No real complaint from head coach Thompson, as he's right on that third base bag. Another pitch on the way to Foley, and that one's down in the dirt. Sorgi again able to smother the ball. He's been busy back behind the plate. As Braintree with some action throwing to lefty up and throwing in the pen. I don't think Keith would be done after an inning, but we have seen Braintree utilize a handful of pitchers, trying to keep them all warmed up. As this one is popped up on the infield, this is a playable ball and will not push a run across, as the second baseman makes the catch. So after Braintree with consecutive walks, an RBI double for Brennan, then a strikeout and a pop-up, has kept it at a 1-0 advantage in favor of Braintree here at home. But they are trying to add on. Don't want to strand those 2 base runners. As Garnett stands in, the designated hitter. He's got good pop in the bat. Foley, unfortunate for him that he just missed that ball down that third base line. That ball was really hit well. As the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Johnson trying to work out of a big situation here as the pitch is outside. A lot of room in the outfield between left and center. As the pitch is popped up to right field, it's going to be a tough ball. First baseman ranging, long running play, and cannot make the catch. Good hustle down that side, but could not make the catch. So Pinarello really hustling down there, looking to make the play over the shoulder, and that would have been a huge out. But he's got to buckle back in and try and make a play on the next pitch. So Garnett will get another opportunity here with the bat, trying to take advantage of the ball that was not caught in foul territory. And he is lucky to still be up there, as there is no swing. So Rockland not very happy with a couple of pitches that have not gone their way here in this first inning, and that's a big spot not to get a call. Would have stranded the two, but still the at-bat is continuing with Garnett. And the pitch, again, remains a little bit high. If Garnett gets on, Allen will get up next. So Levine right now scoring the only run to this point, as the pitch is there for strike three, and Garnett ends up striking out anyway, as two have been fanned here in the inning. Braintree with two base runners stranded here in the first. They do score a run, though, the game's first run, as we head to the second. 1-0 White Sox. Top of the second inning, as the first pitch is in for a strike. And again, Keith back out for his second inning of work, as that one foul tipped. So Braintree leaving a big opportunity on the table in the first inning, stranding two base runners. They did push a run across to score the only run to this point. The umpire will not give the benefit on the swing, so that'll go down as a ball. As we see 5, 6, and 7 in the order for the Cardinals here in the second inning. And Pinarello missed. Ready with it, and just able to spoil that one off to stay alive. And the pitch is inside. Broken bat towards third base. Weakly hit, and the throw across in time for the first out. So ground out to third on the broken bat. So one hit so far surrendered by Keith. It was a leadoff double back in the first. Since, a couple of strikeouts and a couple ground outs, as the pitch is a strike. Pitch a little bit off the plate, as Maslowski stands in, the left fielder. Keith looking for a quicker inning here in the second as he delivers a strike. So the Cardinals had plenty of action up in the bullpen back in the first inning, and we'll see if the starter Johnson will come back in or if they'll go right to the pen. As that's right by him, and another strikeout. That's his third. Two up, two down here in the second. Braintree with the only run to this point. As this will bring up the center fielder now, Fabrowski. The Cardinals are going to have to find a way to be a little bit better with their pitching if they want to have a chance in this game. Of course, the offense has got to score some runs, but right now the pitching really going to be something to focus in on. Got to throw some strikes and got to play a near-perfect game in order to beat a team like Braintree, a team that only lost one regular season game, finishing the season 24-1. And of course, consecutive wins here to begin the playoffs as this one slashed to the screen. An opportunity here for a quick 1-2-3 inning. And the right-hander ready. Ground of the ground ball. This one right back to him. And the underhanded flip in time to end the inning. And they go 1-2-3 here in the second as the Cardinals, nothing showing there in the second inning as the White Sox will bat in a 1-0 game. Bottom two, first pitch. And Allen with a swing and a miss. 7, 8, 9 in the Braintree order here in the second. We're going to take advantage this time around. After stranding two base runners in the first. And the pitch is knocked to the screen. Righty is ready, and that one able to get it by him. Another strikeout. So he's now got 3 strikeouts to his credit after a rocky start with back-to-back walks and then the RBI hit. Otherwise, he's been much better, and he's settled in. So Johnson ready, and the pitch is low. As Smith stands in for the first time, the Braintree catcher. That one on the outside corner. Back on the rubber, winds and fires, and going back to the same spot, doesn't get the same call. So leadoff man retired on a strikeout in a 1-0 game here in the second inning. Cranberry League playoff action. Braintree wins this one, they go to the Cranberry League finals. And that's cut on and missed on a big off-speed pitch. Smith with a monster cut.
Hey, Rick, come on, baby. Lock in now. Go, Rick. Come on, kid.
So if he tries that pitch again. And able just to spoil that one off with a half-hearted swing.
Go, Rick. Let's walk, baby. Let's go.
And this one hit hard out to right center field. Long run over to make a sliding attempt, and he dropped the ball as the center fielder, after he went down to the ground, lost control of the ball, could not complete the process, and it turns into a double here for Smith. That ball just kept tailing to his left out there in center field, and ultimately could not make the catch and complete the catch. He did have the ball for a moment, and once he hit the ground, the ball popped free. Tough to see for a moment, but from our angle, we had a good vantage point. Umpire maybe a little bit blocked off, but could not make the catch, and Braintree with another opportunity here. Second double of the game, second time a fielder has not been able to make the catch. That time, obviously, a much tougher play than the play in the first, where the outfielder lost it in the lights. As Johnson ready with it and spins Turgeon back off the plate. Turgeon hitting in the 9th spot in the Braintree order, playing third base. And the pitch is in for a strike. Big cut. No contact. Smith leading at second with the one out, and this one knocked out of play. Late swing at that one, able to just knock it back and out of play. Righty winds and fires, and this one hit out to right field. It's going to be a tough ball, and he's not going to get there. It's going to drop down. As Smith will head over to third base, and the throw goes in the direction of second. Now a meeting at the mount. As Braintree in business again with 2 on. So the meeting has ended here. It's Braintree again in the midst of a 1st and 3rd. And this one hit hard and into center field. A base hit off the bat of Levine, and Braintree with a 2-0 lead. So Levine on for the 2nd time, this time providing an RBI. So after a leadoff strikeout, a double on a ball that glanced off the center fielder's glove after an outstretched diving attempt. Then the bloop single by Turgeon, an RBI hit here from Levine, and Braintree adds to their total. It's 2-0. And here comes Nicholson as he takes the pitch low. So the bullpen will start to ramp up for Rockland here in the 2nd inning. It's Braintree has scored another run. And the right-hander with the pitch that is knocked foul. So 3 hits so far here in the inning for Braintree. They've scored once. They have 2 on and just the 1 out. Big swing and a miss from Nicholson. Brennan up next. And the pitch, a ground ball over to the left side of the infield. The third baseman over second for 1. The throw is high and it's thrown away as the run will score from third. So that'll go as a fielder's choice and an error on the throw that allows the other run to score, making it 3-0.
We were joking.
So no RBI on the hit from Nicholson on the fielder's choice, the throwing error, pushing the run across. Braintree with 2 runs so far here in the second after 1 in the first. It's 3-0. And a runner now at second with 2 down. And this one blasted out to center field, a mile high, as the center fielder back a couple of steps right in front of the wall to make the catch. That one really did not carry the way you would have liked off the bat. And on a warm day, that one's way out of here, but Brennan just underneath it. And this time flies out to center. But Braintree with 2 runs here in the inning as they extend to a 3-0 lead as we head to the third. Top of the third, first pitch, ground ball to third base as Turgeon able to cut it off and makes the throw on the move for the first out. So Sorgi retired here to begin the inning here in the third. Another nice defensive play over there at third base. So I had talked about earlier in this game, a lot of ground balls that Keith will induce when he's on, and right now he's getting a lot of them. He's got 4 ground outs so far to go along with 3 strikeouts. So it's the 9-hitter up, Haggerty, their right fielder, and the pitch is high. That one is cut on and missed, and another strikeout is added. So 4 strikeouts now for Keith, who's into his 3rd inning of work. First pitch is outside to Parsons, who led the game off with a double out to deep left field. And the pitch on the way is cut on and missed, able to get it by him on the inner half. So Braintree's been able to get to Rockland in each of the first 2 innings, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and cut on and missed by Parsons. So 1 more strike needed here from Keith as he looks for another 1-2-3 inning. They've had just one base runner reach. That was the leadoff man, Parsons, who's standing at the plate. And the pitch is outside. So Keith really starting to settle into his outing here as we play with 2 outs here in the top of the third in a 3-0 Braintree game. Ready, and a weak pop-up on the infield. It's the shortstop, Brennan, a few steps back on the grass to make the catch. And 1, 2, 3 they go here in the third. White Sox up 3-0 as we head to the bottom half of the third.
Go, boys.
First pitch, and this one popped back and out of play. So Braintree with 4, 5, and 6 here in the inning. As Fair leads things off, he struck out in his only plate appearance back in the first. Takes the pitch low for a ball. The righty is ready, and that one is foul tipped. Reliever ready, and the ball bounces in front of the plate. So we're into the bullpen for Rockland, as the starter went the first 2, allowing 3 runs. As that one is foul tipped and held on to for strike 3, so Fair in both plate appearances has fanned. Brings up Foley as he takes first pitch for strike. He popped up to second base in his only plate appearance, 0 for 1. Braintree with runs in each of the first 2 innings. This was grounded as to third and through past the outstretched glove of the third baseman, as Foley will find his way aboard. So that's a 1-out single here for Foley. As it brings up Garnett, who struck out, looking back to end the first inning. And this one is drilled out there to left center field. That'll get down as Foley will head across over to third base, and he will stop there on a pretty good relay out from the outfield. So Garnett with a double, Braintree's 3rd extra base hit of the game. And they're in business again here in the third. You can see that one right off the bat was labeled for the gap in left center. Runners at second and third. The defense playing very deep here for Rockland. Pitch missed to Allen. Allen, who struck out back in the second inning, getting his second look now. So he's sitting in the driver's seat with 2 on and still just the 1 out. So leadoff strikeout to begin the inning by Fair, since a single and a double as this one gets away, and the run will score from third base on the wild pitch. And Braintree again has scored for the third straight inning. Those are mistakes that are tough to overcome anytime you give up a free run like that by throwing the ball away, which we saw on a throw from the shortstop. I can't remember if it was the shortstop or the second baseman on a double play ball that really shouldn't have been thrown because the runner was going to beat the throw, and it ended up turning into a ball that hit the fence. The run scored from third. Now this time on the pitch, it goes all the way to the backstop. Pitch is low, as Allen had walked on that last pitch that got all the way to the backstop. Did score the run as well. 4-0 advantage for Braintree here. 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, 1 so far here in the third. As they're at the corners, and the pitch is high to Smith, who doubled us last time. So plenty of run support here early in this game for Keith, who has had a very good outing so far through 3 innings. Just the 1 hit allowed, and actually the leadoff double. As this one smacks to deep left field. If it stays fair, that's a home run, but it's going to hook foul. Smith really crushed that one, but he just couldn't keep it inside the foul line. That one was hammered out there right over by the scoreboard in left field. And that one hooked about 5 feet wide of the foul pole. Plenty of distance on it, but it just kept tailing the wrong direction. This one into center field, so he delivers anyway with a base hit up the middle. He'd love to have that 3-run homer, but he'll take the RBI single. And Braintree all over Rockland here early, 5-0. And we might see another pitching change. So a pitching change occurs here as Braintree with 2 more here in the third inning. They're not done yet. And 2 on, just the 1 out. As we'll have the pitching change, we'll be back here at Braintree High School as you are watching here on BCAM TV. Cranberry League playoff action here in the semifinals. Braintree up 5-0 on Rockland. Bottom of the third, continuing here with another pitching change as Turgeon bats and takes the pitch for a strike. Had a bloop single his first time. Braintree has worn out this Rockland pitching early. Smith, who had just provided an RBI hit up the middle after a loud foul ball that would have been a 3-run homer to left field, but just went foul. Then on the next pitch, he lined it up the middle for a RBI hit. So Turgeon looking to go 2 for 2 here in the game from the 9th spot. Made a couple of nice plays over at third here in this game. He had talked about this being his last season playing at third base. As the pitch on the way gets away, and another ball that gets by the catcher. So both runners will advance, and both runners now into scoring position. So Braintree with a chance to really open things up here in this third inning. Already on top 5-0, and a chance to blow this one wide open with another base hit. That one cut on and missed, and Turgeon down on strikes. Second out of the inning. Both, ironically enough, are strikeouts. So this will be Levine here, who has reached both times. He walked back in the first and hit an RBI single last time. A hit here would essentially bring 2 more home. And that one is on the outside corner, a strike. Allen and Smith leading as this one over to third base. It's going to be a tough play on the move. Here's the throw. It's not in time, and it gets away. And 1 run will score as Smith heads over to third base, and Levine works his way into second gingerly. He was able to beat that one out, but he's been in some pain here. The last couple times we've seen him, he's not moving around very great. But he does find his way on this time on a throwing error. He has good speed, but that time able to beat out the throw. And then he gets to second on the throwing error, as Braintree now scores another run. They lead 6-0. They switch places at second and third again. And the pitch to Nicholson, and that one bounces and gets all the way to the backstop, and another run comes in from third. It's been a tough inning. So we're going to need a pinch runner here for Levine, who's really been battling an injury. So Levine here in a 7-0 game, going to be removed due to injury, of course. But probably the right thing. You don't really want to continue to make it worse, as the pitch is low. The pitch is knocked to the backstop. So the reliever getting ready. And that pitch is on the corner for another strike. Braintree scored 4 times so far here in the inning. Third straight inning now that they have pushed the runs across, as that's down in the dirt. This one popped up mile high, and this one's going to get over the backstop. Another chance here for Nicholson. That one knocked out of play. And the pitch, a ground ball hit to deep shortstop. It's going to be a tough play, long throw. And this one is dug out nicely over at first base. It saves a run as Nicholson is retired at first. But Braintree with the big inning there. They score 4 times, open up a 7-0 lead as we head to the 4th. Top half of the 4th, and the first pitch is outside. Braintree with a 7-0 advantage, as we're going to see some action starting to stir in the Braintree bullpen. As Keith back in for another inning of work after allowing a leadoff double to begin the game. He has retired everybody since. So 9 in a row retired now from Keith as the pitch is down and in. 2, 3, 4 hitters here in the inning for the Cardinals, and they need something in a hurry. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the third, as that'll be a lead-off double, or lead-off walk, excuse me. I don't know why I had double in my mind, but a lead-off base runner. So Puppus aboard And this first pitch is popped up, an easy play over at first base as the base runner in the way and nearly got tagged out. So really an interesting play as that ball was literally landed right on the first base bag, so the runner had to kind of move out of the way so the fielder could make the catch, and obviously almost got tagged out, but an interesting play. This one hammered to deep left field. That's going to get down. That's going to get against the wall as the runner heads around second to third, and he will come all the way around and score on the well-hit ball out there to second. So Rockland on the board here in the fourth inning. A extra base hit, their second double of the game. So Horning able to deliver the base runner Pappas, who scored all the way from first on a well-stung ball. And the Cardinals trying to make a little bit of noise here in this fourth inning. One of the things that has gone against Keith has been he's had to wait so long in between innings. It's kind of thrown off his rhythm a little bit. He had retired 9 in a row before the first 2 men have reached. After a leadoff walk, then a double, and he scored. So it's the 4-hitter now, Levine, who grounded out to shortstop back in the first inning, getting a second look now at Keith. Again, Braintree with some action up in the bullpen. And this one cut on a miss, big swing.
Mom told me, I said, well, at least
And the pitch on the outside corner for strike 3. And a long wait at the dish as he is down on strikes. First pitch, a late swing and a miss from Pinarello, who grounded out to third. 0 for 1. Runner at second. Rockland needs to capitalize here with the base runner in scoring position, trying to get 2 here. Keith allowing his first run on a well-hit ball to left field, as this one is on the outside corner and another strike. And strike 3 is the call here. So back-to-back Ks to end the inning. Rockland gets their first run of the game on the RBI hit from Horning. As we head to the bottom of the fourth, Braintree with a 7-1 lead. Bottom of the fourth, first pitch, and that one is outside. 3, 4, 5 in the Braintree order here is Brennan, 1 for 2. Fly out last time to center. Had an RBI double his first time. Rockland on the scoreboard now after a single run in the top half of this inning. The reliever is ready, and that one is in for another strike. Going back to the same spot on the outside corner. Defense back here with nobody on and nobody out. Fair will be up next. He's 0 for 2 with the pair of strikeouts.
yeah, I don't want to get weird. Either hand. I got these days.
The ready, and he missed low.
No, so it's the same thing. But like you said earlier, you're going to get chicken, anything.
Pitch is knocked back and out of play. The pitch and a ground ball. This one middle of the infield. Shortstop playing up the middle as a throw across in time for the first out.
What you eat?
So he played that one perfect, right up the middle. He read well where the ball was going to go.
You can do that if you find some.
As it brings up Fair again. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Trying to get on base for the first time. And the pitch is driven to right field. This one deep. And off the bat of Fair it goes. Out of here. A home run. So after a pair of strikeouts in his first 2 plate appearances, this time leaves the yard. Right center field it goes, and a solo home run to give Braintree the 8-1 lead. So that ball really got out of here in a hurry.
330 down both lines. It's only 4. That's 380. Opposite field. Right. The UMass dimension, the same as Fenway Park. They had 7 or 8 home runs. Remember the bat you got?
So a solo shot here from Fair after a ground out by Brennan. Braintree extends their lead to 7 runs again as it's an 8-1 game.
Yeah.
Braintree's been in control the whole way. If Rockland loses here today, that'll be it for them here in this double elimination tournament. And the pitch is down. Ready, and that one's foul tipped and held on to for a strike.
Yeah. Like you know. But the back you go.
Good pitch on the outer half, and that one, unfortunately, for the Cardinals, missed, as Foley will take his base. So another pitcher is warming for Rockland. Braintree has opened up again that 7-run lead with the man now at first, and a half-hearted swing over to shortstop. Underhanded play towards second, and that'll be an error as they tried to get cute there out there. And that did not work. Really wasn't a good idea in the fact that it would have been a very tough play. Even if he had made that one perfectly, it would have been a close play. Probably should have taken the sure out, but I guess with an 8-1 deficit, I guess why not? So Garnett will reach on the throwing error as it'll bring up Allen. And Allen takes the pitch for a strike down at the knees. Pitch, and that one is off the plate as the catcher, Sorgi, trying to frame for the umpire. First and second now for the White Sox with Allen batting. And this one smashed out to left field and a foul ball. Some pretty good pop behind that one. Allen has reached on a walk and has struck out. So he's 0 for 1 here in this game. Looking to get on base. Again, the leadoff ground out by Brennan, the only out so far here in the inning. And the pitch is in there for strike 3, and for the second time, Allen has struck out, this time looking. So this will bring up Smith, who just missed a 3-run homer by 5 feet his last time, then provided an RBI single on the next pitch. First pitch to him is low. So he's 2 for 2 with a double and an RBI hit. Could have had a much bigger day with a 3-run homer, but he is content with what he's done. He's the Braintree catcher, and he's done a nice job behind the plate. And the pitch, and this one is hit to left field again, hit foul. Another ball with plenty of distance on it. Seen Braintree a couple times going that same direction out there in left field. This one hit hard out to right field. This should be playable though, as the fielder over to make the catch, and that'll do it. Braintree gets a run here in the inning on the solo shot from Fair, but Braintree strands 2 here in the 4th. We head to the 5th. Braintree extending their lead back to 7. It's 8-1. Top of the 5th inning, as the pitch is in for a strike, as Keith back out for another inning of work. So an 8-1 lead for the home team, as Braintree leads over Rockland. They scored their only run last inning, as that one's cut on and missed. 6, 7, and 8 in the order. This one spins him back and almost hit him. So here in the game, Rockland with just 2 hits. They've both been doubles, and one has scored a run, as that one's inside. So Rockland hoping that they can find some base runners again. And that one's by him. On strikes, down he goes, as that is the 3rd consecutive strikeout now for Keith. That's the 7th strikeout now. So 7th K for Keith, who's been dealing here. With 1 out now in the 5th inning. The base is clear. As this brings up the center fielder. As the pitch is in there for a strike to Fabrowski. Ground ball back towards the middle of the infield. It'll be the shortstop Brennan on the move. Nice play. And there's 2 down. So 2 very quick outs here in the inning, as it'll bring up Sorgi here. Actually, it looks like a pinch hitter. As this one's popped up, and it looks like a very quick inning here, as Foley over to make the catch, and they go very quickly here in this inning. Nothing for Rockland. 1, 2, 3. Down they go, and Keith in cruise control. Braintree with an 8-1 edge. Bottom of the 5th inning, and the first pitch is low. 9, 1, and 2 in the Braintree order here in the 5th. As Turgeon bats, he's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. That's the pitch on the way, and that is low. The right-hander winds and fires, and he missed outside. So Keith, who has been really good through the first 5 innings, striking out 7, allowing just the 1 run. And he's walked just 1. That's the pitch in for a strike. So we'll see the top of the order again, and Levine will not bat the top of the order as he was injured earlier, as that'll walk Turgeon here. And I'll bring up the top of the order now.
What are you hitting? School run Was this last week? Yeah. Still hitting the 3? 3-1? Hitting the ball.
So Turgeon will be pinch run here as he exits after drawing the walk. He's really had a phenomenal career here for the White Sox as he makes his way off. Pitch in there for a strike. Off-speed pitch, and that one breaks in there for a strike. And the pitch, and this one drilled out there to left field. That'll get down right out in front of the left fielder who was playing back.
George!
So the first 2 have reached here in the 5th inning.
You ever think about joining the Franco field again? You told me that.
Pitch, and this one hit pretty well out there to center field. Unfortunately, he got underneath it just a little bit, as that one will be caught. The base runner will advance over to third base.
I know. You can see the angle.
So Nicholson missed the home run by a little bit, as this will bring up Brennan. And the pitch, and a ground ball, middle of the infield, over to second for 1, back to first, and a double play is turned as they continue to field them up the middle, and Braintree grounds themselves into a double play and does not score here in the inning. Braintree's now left 6 on through the first 5 as we head to the 6th inning. Braintree with an 8-1 lead. So Keith back out for another inning of work as one bounces up off the mask of the catcher, Smith. So Braintree grounding into double play back in the 5th.
But anytime.
So we play here in the 6th inning. A very quick 5th from Keith. Less than 10 pitches he had to throw. As this one smacked over to shortstop, Brennan back a couple steps, and a throw across in time, and he's able to get it there. So leadoff man retired here in the 6th inning, as that one's foul tip for a strike. Some left-handed action up in the Braintree bullpen. As the right-hander ready, and he blows it by him. Throwing some good gas here late in his outing. And this one's spoiled back and out of play, continuing to throw fastballs. The first man grounding out to shortstop, and this time a ground ball hit sharply to third base, but foul. And the pitch, this one hit hard again to short, but right at him. And Brennan, who's made both plays defensively here in the inning. So 2 more quick outs here in the 6th inning as Braintree's been dominant again. Here pitching, just the 1 run allowed. Came back in the 4th inning as Rockland got 1. Pitch in there for a strike. The righty is ready, and he missed it low. So the first 2 have been retired, as we'll have the 3-hitter in the order, Hortung batting. And this one drilled out there to right field. That'll get down and into the gap as the base runner heads for second. Here comes the throw, and it's right on the money. And he would have been out had he tried it.
All right, take it easy. You guys want a drink? No? White Claws.
This one is grounded to shortstop over towards second, and the out is recorded to end the inning. So the Cardinals get a single but nothing more here in the inning as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. Braintree still up 8-1.
That probably wasn't a good idea.
Bottom 6, and the first pitch is dropped in there for a strike. 4, 5, and 6 in the Braintree order here in the 6th inning with an 8-1 lead. Mike Walson bringing the coverage here on BCAM TV as the White Sox an inning away from moving on to the Cranberry League Finals. So Fair batting here in the 4th spot. Struck out the first 2 times, but then a homer to right field. Moonshot. And this one grounded foul. The right-hander is ready, and that one all the way behind him, as that was close to hitting him. And this off-speed pitch hits off the catcher's mitt. Otherwise, maybe that was called a strike. The off-speed pitch drilled to third, but foul. So it looks like we will see a pinch hitter up next. The off-speed pitch stays high, and he draws a walk here to begin the inning. So that'll be the 6th walk surrendered by the pitching here for Rockland. Braintree's a very patient team. They will draw long counts, and it's a team that does not swing at many pitches outside the zone. As the pitch is low. Here is Tevenen will hit in the place of Foley. As Fair leads at first, and this one gets by him on the fastball. Off-speed pitch, didn't go after it. Fastball off the plate, on a close pitch. The leadoff walk to begin the bottom half of the 6th inning. Braintree looking to add to a 7-run advantage. And this one hit out to right field. Long way in as the right fielder will make the catch. Not sure why the outfielders are so far back there. Never seen a defense play this deep on all the outfielders. I know Braintree has pop, but it's too deep for anything that bloops in there. It's going to fall down. But I guess if anything, you're going to try and prevent the extra base hit. It must be the mindset behind it. That one cut on and missed on a big swing from Garnett, who doubled, reached on an error, and struck out. 1 on, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Semifinals of the Cranberry League, as the pitch is inside. Rockland, if they don't have a comeback in them, their season will come to a close here tonight. Weymouth, who will be hosting the Stan Musial World Series over in Weymouth, already with an automatic bye, or an automatic berth in that tournament. The other winner of the Cranberry League playoffs will get the other spot, along with a handful of other teams from out of state, as this one's cut on and missed. So it's been an interesting summer for a lot of these players that have seen a late start to the season, and of course a handful of rainouts. Specifically here for Braintree, they've had a tough time getting games in here at their home field at Braintree High School. This field does not drain very well, as this is a half swing and a pop-up to shortstop, easy play for the 2nd out. Meeting at the mound. Hopefully we will not see a pitching change here, but we are going to see one here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Not really sure why you'd make a change here. There's not really any concern here in the inning with 1 on, but we will have a pitching change in the 6th with Fair at first and 2 down. We'll be back here in an 8-1 game. The monster.
Yeah, 3 of them, and the more impressive, right center. The lefty's flushing the ball.
So the inning continuing here. The inning continuing here with Braintree trying to get something started here with 2 outs as the lefty winds, and a broken background ball to first base, but a foul ball on a close play right along the baseline. And we obviously saw a pitching change with the lefty-lefty matchup. And the pitch, this one is spun foul. So an 8-1 lead for the home team, the White Sox. Just 3 outs away now from advancing to the Cranberry League Finals. And that one is cut on and missed, so the pitching change works out for him as they end up getting the strikeout with the lefty-lefty matchup. And we'll head to the 7th inning with Rockland's season on the line. 8-1 Braintree. Top half of the 7th inning as the White Sox looking for the final 3 outs of the ball game. And the first pitch is outside. So the first time we have seen a change on the mound as Keith went the first 6 as Braintree dips into the bullpen here for the 7th and final inning. And the left-hander winds and fires. So it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, maybe for the final time here this season, as the pitch is outside. So Rockland looking for some sort of miracle here. At least you want to get a couple base runners on to give yourself at least a reasonable opportunity to make something happen. As the pitch is a strike, even though he spun the bat and thought he drew the walk, but that's not going to help. So lefty ready, winds and fires, and a fly ball out to right field. It's going to be a long run. And over, and what a sliding play as Allen tracks it down. And an excellent play out there into the full slide. And a great defensive play, the best play of the game defensively, comes here with 1 out now here in the 7th. Even with a 7-run lead, Braintree laying out the body there. That is a very tough play, as that one was tailing towards the foul line. And he was able to cover a lot of ground, went to the full dive, and made the catch. Even the hitter there had to tip his helmet there as just an excellent play defensively, nothing you can do. That was a base hit. Most people will not make that play, but he made it, as we now have 2 down on the ground out to short. So 2 quick outs here in the 7th. White Sox again finishing the regular season in first place with a 24-1 record. They've now won consecutive games over Bourne and Scituate on Sunday in a doubleheader. And of course they had that game against Acushnet that was down actually at UMass Boston over at Monin Park, the home field of BC High, with an 18-1 thumping. But the victories here in the playoffs have been a little bit different, other than here today, a 4-2 win over Bourne, followed by a 7-6 win over Scituate. And right now it's an 8-1 game with just 1 out remaining to get. That one spoiled back and out of play. The lefty is ready, and that one is outside. Defense back with 2 down, and that one is cut on and missed, and that is the ball game, as Braintree will secure the victory. A relatively easy defeat here today, 8-1 over Rockland, and it was a big inning in the 3rd. The 4-run output as Braintree really closed the door there. A home run from Fair in this game, the long hit, and then a great defensive play by Allen in right field here with the opening out of this 7th inning, as Braintree with a sound win here today. Just a nice performance all the way around. One of the only downfalls here today was Levine, who got shaken up. He's been battling an injury. I heard him saying on the field that he's really been battling a heel issue, so he's hoping that a couple days off of rest will really help secure that, and Braintree will move on to the Cranberry League Finals. And we will see who they will face. I believe the matchup was between Bourne and Scituate. That's who Braintree will face, and they'll have to beat Braintree twice in order to become a Cranberry League champion. But the White Sox in a great spot here in the winner's side of the bracket in a double elimination format. The winning pitcher here today, Kevin Keith, went 6 innings, just gave up the 1 run, and he pitched superb, giving up just a couple hits, striking out 7, as the White Sox with a nice victory here today, 8-1, as they will move on to the next round of the Cranberry League Finals, which will be later this week, and Braintree will be there yet again. On behalf of Christine Patterson, our camera person here today, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.